All right. It's great. Oh, yeah. This is going to be great. I love this. Hello, my fellow Ambazonians. Hello, Ambazonians. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, Ambazonians. Good evening to you all. Yes. Yes, good evening, my fellow Ambazonians. Good evening, my fellow Ambazonians. Good evening, my country people them. I salute you now. My brother them, my sister them. I salute you now. I salute all man we don't join with. I to salute. Good evening, my brothers and sisters. Good evening, fellow Ambazonians. The most loving and beautiful people on the planet. Good evening and welcome. Good evening to you all. Good evening and welcome. Yes, my Ambazonians. Just let me know you're on. Just say hello. Let's get started. We're going to start in exactly 1 minute. We are going to start in exactly 1 minute. So just type hello. Let me know you are on. Good evening, Ambazonians. Good evening, my country people them. My friend them, my brother them, my sister them. I want saludona. Good evening. Yes, good evening, Ambazonians. I saludona. Hello, Jennifer. Good evening. Jessin. Valentine. Good evening to you all. I salute you now. I salute you now. My brother them, my sister them. I salute you now. Wa papa them, wa mami them. I salute all man. Good evening, Ambazonians. We are going to start in 30 seconds. There will not be any delay tonight. Good evening. Hello, Valentines. Beautiful name, Valentine. That's a beautiful name, Valentine. Joe Array, good evening. Lord Father, good evening. Welcome to you all. We are going to start in 20 seconds. Sofina, Mwere, Boka, good evening to you. Good evening, welcome all. Good evening. I salute my brother them, my sister them. I salute all when I don't join with this evening. I salute all when I salute all when I. Mark Clarice, good evening. Ernestino. Good evening, my Ambazonians, brothers and sisters. I salute all now. We will start for 10 seconds. We will always start. Please make all man share. Una share and invite your friends. Just a beg. Make una share more and invite una friends. We'll get victory for Tori tonight. Victory day. Make we talk. We'll get for move our revolution forward. Time don't reach. So I beg, when I just go ahead, make all man just press the share button, share it with your friends, invite your friends to join us. We'll start in 10 seconds. And good evening to you all. Oh yes, good evening everyone. Sixtus Saku Taco. Good evening, Sixtus. Chris Santos. Wow. Good evening. All right, my fellow Ambazonians, we are going to start, as always, with our beautiful anthem. Hail this land of glory, we the Ambazonia, we pledge our loyalty. Praise the sons of Savior who granted us the freedom, allegiance to the heroes who bore the land with their blood. Glory to the glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in a nation flowing with milk and honey. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you a nation, a joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our needs. And your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our needs. And your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Good evening, Ambazonians. I salute all una, my brother them, my sister them, my papa them, my mommy them. I salute all una. I salute una, my friends. I want to salute una. I want to thank una plenty for the honor for joining me for this conversation this evening. I want to really salute una. We got big story tonight. We'll talk better story. How to move our revolution forward, but also talk about the state of the psychology of the revolution. And what it be those small things and way, as we don't crumble this, lot of public people them, we don't see them, make us start tonight. While la Republique du Cameroon, Paul Biya, launched the war, it launched terrorism against the people of Ambazonia. As much as what people them, some that they run for go for bush, some that they go for refugees. Why some that they die at that exact same moment? What people that they born new amber picking them. Some woman born picking today for I think the Wabene, for Lebialem, they born inside bush, they born for bush house, the family be there for supporting, they born new amber baby. One thing where you get for know, I say, the way we got the work, the way we got to do it thing them. Even in the midst of this destruction and this chaos, there is new creation taking place. Even in the midst of all of this, in Ambazonia, the day way, they make sacrifices. When they kill, people they will be there, they will talk say, even as they kill my neighbor, and even as we run, we will carry this dead body, we'll make sure so we bury him for honor that person. People the day way, even when they run, like that's a woman, they way come out as they be run for a choir, he carry on picking them. He realize and say, his sister, they don't kill his sister Massa. And then as his sister see, as they don't kill a man, his sister get heart attack. The sister too die. So as this woman they try for run, carry on picking them, his sister get too small picking them. Even with all the killings, he go through all the shootings, carry these two picking them, make it run with them for protect the future. For say they say that picking the field live for one day for tell that story. That picking the field live for a free nation, for a free society. Ambazonians, now wait till they fight for this. So why did he run? Did he run because somehow that they call it say Paul Biya. He believes say the people there that come up for that land where they call and say Southern Cameroons. They not get the light, they not get the right to life. Now ye Paul Biya must dictate, determine their right to life. And now ye Paul Biya, with the power we give for a police, gendarme, the armies, and the secret police, and the secret intelligence services. Now them get right for give you power for live or to die. So my fellow Ambazonians, at the environment this, we Paul Biya don't decide. So we get for living. Now the life this way Paul Biya don't decide me what people are living. But as determined as Paul Biya be, with the help of France, with the help of the devilish sponsors, that small group of people that they call them say Ambazonia. Now lagata pepe oh. Now that country pepe, where when you touch them, when you touch one, when you chop them, you know what they find again. Ambazonia and them now lagata pepe. Ambazonia, who small, but we are very dangerous. Don't mess up, don't play, don't joke with them people of Ambazonia. So Paul Biya, all the thing away don't do he don't ever do for Cameroon. This time around, he don't press the wrong button. Paul Biya don't touch the wrong people. He don't touch the wrong generation. He don't touch the wrong time. This generation, this group of people, this time, the people of Ambazonia, they go put Biya for a place. They go put Biya and all of his allies for their place. This small group of people that they call and say Ambazonians, this generation where me and you will be part of. Never again, never again will we live in terrorism. Never again we will live in barbarism. Never again we will not have a voice. Never again we will live in fear. Never again we will live without freedom. Never again would we live without dignity and respect. Never again. The people of Ambazonia said never again. We don't talk say never again. And that's why we don't accept that nonsense. We accept that foolishness for far too long. Never again. So that's why we declare the restoration of independence. It's not a joke. So if Biya the dream say this thing a joke, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. If the dream say a joke, Paul Biya, wake up. If France the dream say this na joke, France, I would tell una wake up. Southern Cameroon, as small as you be, na lagata pepe. When you chop them, you'll see what will happen for you. Number one, which I want to talk today. I got a lot of things for talk today. So please, all man we don't join we, better Tory day, big Tory day. Share and invite your friends. Make we start. That one be the introduction. That's right. Please, just go ahead, share and invite all your friends. Make we get better Tory. Ambazonia, a game changer this. Like a game changer this for this revolution. So just go ahead and share and invite your friends. It's exciting times we are living in. The future is bright. Share and invite your friends. That's right. Jessica Linda. Share and invite your friends. Let's get this, more take this story, go forward. Maybe tell them who will be and which kind of country one be. Future is bright, my people. The future is too bright. Number one, the game is changing to our favor. Every day, you want to wake up for morning time. You hear say some group don't be created. When the AGC chairman, Dr. Ayabacho, he launched the block by block strategy, the block by block campaign. It be almost be like, a lot of people, they be look at, not just talk. And now, we don't see what did happen. Just recently, a few days ago, right? This group will come out, they call them Red Dragon. We hear what they don't do for the BLM. Right? Yesterday, just before the election one start, just before the election, they are a lot of public corrupt election. The Red Dragon woke up for morning time, bam, they send video outside. They take over the whole place. They come out from early morning, go around for show Paul Biya, for show La Republique, for show these crazy people them, for tell them say the people of Amazonia they don't take back their country. We take back our country. The block by block strategy, the block by block campaign. They woke up, you see all about them. They just show what they don't do. The 2 nights before, they take over a gendarme post, kill some of them, drag the other one they run go for bush. As we hear, and Ellie Smith, the reputable journalist, he confirmed, say some helicopter crash for the BLM, right? So the last few days don't be extremely exciting. The game is changing to our favor. You know, ever see this kind of thing where our boys, where they need to show their face for the first time, all them come out. They work inside that town, they work inside that village, for tell La Republique, for tell Paul Biya, for send message for France, for tell them say the people of Amazonia are ready. Are ready. Salute our senior journalist. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. So they come out for show the world, for show Paul Biya, for show France, for show La Republique. Say as small as we be, that small not be sick. The people of Amazonia have vowed, we don't vow, for take over our land. And that's why the Red Dragons, using the block by block strategy, take over that block, the BLM. So if Paul Biya make it go back for history, make it understand something about the Bangwa resistance, don't mess up with the people of Southern Cameroons. Don't mess up with the people of Southern Cameroons. So the game they change for our favor. Might give you the backgrounds. You remember say La Republique normally they're supposed to create a calendar for show the election season, when election will be, and this calendar they be set by the parliament, by the government. But one day, when I remember, just 6 weeks ago, that 86-year-old man, what they call it, say Paul Biya, he woke up one day, he said, oh, in the next 6 weeks, oh, by the way, Cameroon, the next 6 weeks, we'll get Senate election. A president, he woke up one day for morning. Oh, the next 6 weeks, election day. Ambazonians. Now, the kind of country that you want to live in, where you want to be part of, where president woke up for morning time, now you go determine the calendar of election. Amazonia, that the kind of country that we want to live in? No. So now, let's start for prepare their Magu elections, right? What's happen? Right immediately, it come out. It say, oh, now anyone can create what? They're calling and say, waiting, Constitutional Council. What's happen? In the, now you one person, in name all the people them for Constitutional Council. They not take them for go for parliament, for vet these people, then whether they qualify for be that council, whether they deserve for be for that council. No approval, one person, it take pen, it take paper, it sign them, it make them a law, and then they put that people there. Why did they do all these things in so much a rush? We said they don't be since the last 56 years. Now, only now, the one can put in place Constitutional Council. Native, my people then. The place don't scatter. The place don't, things don't the chakara. So now another magu for fine way make ye and a friend them. That other 10, 12 people them for Constitutional Council make the start thief and chop their own the small pieces of the cake where it remain before they think chakara all. You hear me? Say Constitutional Council. Now for divide the small money we remain. The one chakara the whole place before all them they go. That's why the game they change for our favor. Why did they destroy themselves? We organize ourselves. We form ourselves. We develop ourselves. We lay the foundation of a great nation. We lay the foundation of a great future. We lay the foundation of a destiny of a nation that African has never seen. Why did they destroy? Did they fight among themselves? These small people that they call them say Ambazonia. What they call them say that 2 small cube of sugar. That 2 small cube of sugar we don't refuse for melt. We deform ourselves for build a nation. And as a result, you see leaders, they don't come up. Right? As much as they take what leaders them, they kidnap them, they take them, put them, they go hide them, make we not see them again. God don't bless you with another extraordinary leader, Dr. Sako. So you see, the game is changing to our favor. The revolution will get more structured, will get more organized, better and better every day. The game is changing to our favor. You don't see now say they don't even get money again. They don't become so poor. What they get for gold, now for China, for go back China for money. Because IMF and World Bank, it tell Bia say, we'll not give you money again. If you don't make that changes, you not carry out that all-inclusive dialogue with the UN don't call them, African Union don't call them, all man don't call them, all man, they don't call for an all-inclusive dialogue. If you not carry out that all-inclusive dialogue for bring a stability and for shape the future of your country, money no day again. Now you don't go now for China. For go back China for money. Money for pay soldiers them. As when I don't hear, when I watch that video from one of our comrade, our senior journalist, you know, our good friend, Eric Tato. When he do that video, when he do that video, where he talk, and including John Bakoro, where he talks, they say Cameroon money no day again. Say the next few months, money no day again. All place go chakara, Bia don't come out overnight. While friends today, they build their country. Instead, for build a country, it go borrow money for destroy a country. So Ambazonians will make the right choice, will make the right decision for talk say that shithole country, that latrine, that gutter, that drunkards, the only thing where they know now for drink mimbo and for talk nonsense inside their head, not day. Because not only mimbo, not only mimbo, not only mimbo, not only mimbo. They are soldiers them, they are army, they are gendarmes, they are police. You see policemen, they shit on for road, would bought to beer for a pocket. They go for work, they carry uniform. Now for which other country you don't see them where policeman, gendarme, commissioner of police, captain for army, he go carry uniform. He go shit on for bar. He drinks something drunk and he carry gun for his skin. Now, which other country? Now, for which other country? If not been for a shithole country like Cameroon. Now, for which other country you don't see them? How that kind of country will progress? So, Ambazonians will make the right decision for say, never again. We must waka. We must waka. The game is changing to our favor. So why people them, right? Incredible human beings, extraordinary leaders like Justice Ayapor, while they peacefully asked for transformation, for reforms, for move the country forward, why they call on the government for carry out basic reform for move the country forward, with all their wisdom, with all their peace, which happened for them. They carry them. They either jail you, they either exile you, or they kill you. So you did for a country, Ambazonia. I want to ask you now this question. Now the kind of country that way you want to live in, where when you get an idea for move country forward, when even if you do work with government, you talk how they fit improve the country. They either jail you, no question asked. You know what? They don't even go court. They either exile you or they kill you. Now the kind of country that you want to live in? No. Amazonians will make the right decision. We must waka. We must waka. Right? What will happen for them? They catch their minister right now. The one we don't thief money sote, they want to carry some run. They go catch you for Nigeria. What should they do with it? Not be all man see him as they catch you. They hide them because it come on that side, right? So anything they do them for you, they go for sure. Even when they catch you, they reach for the Republic. What should they do them for you? They give lawyer, even grant an interview. But when our own leaders, the one who come for talk, something, they catch them, they go lock them, they put them on the ground, may no man not see them, right? Amazonian will make the right choice. We must waka. Number 2, La Republique imposed and corrupted Senate elections in occupied territory of Amazonia. One man declared when the election will be, and then they decide to do the elections. 2 days after the elections. Now the funniest thing is, my people them. 2 days before the election, 2 days before the election, what happened? We hear what happened. They don't go shit on for some other places. They already start vote. They don't start vote 2 days before election. Amazonia. Now the kind of country that where you want to be part of, where they go set an election calendar. Election calendar every day. Some one person president dictate election calendar. And then 2 days before election calendar. Before the election, 2 days. They don't go shit on for middle night. Now for which country did they do election for 10 o'clock for night? They don't go shit on. They don't vote. And then they try for carry the votes them. When they don't go fraud them. When they don't go corrupt them. 2 days before elections. They don't go the carry them. Amazonians, our self-defense group intercepted them. What did they do with them? They catch them red-handed, as they call them, right? Amazonia. And the kind of country they want to be part of? Never. So now, on the day of the elections, the whole BLM election not take place. They carry them for helicopters. Imagine, you organize election, and then you send your army them. May they go carry the people them where they go for vote for you. May they go for some sacred place, go vote. Now election that? Seriously, now election that? You carry people them who gone. May they go for some place. May they go vote. Now election that? Ask yourself in the election that? Ask yourself, why the rush for carry out this election? Why the rush? What should be the rush for carry out the election? What should be the rush? The rush for carry out elections. Now for arrange their game. Now for change their own calculation of the game. Now for change who will be their Senate president. For change the person way, for arrange the game for their favor. We must waka. Amazonian, we must waka. A country where you not get a destiny, you not get a future, you not get plan, you not get vision, no day. Amazonia, we must work out. So now, election don't take place. What's it go happen? You there for country where now only a few small number of people, councillors, they vote. Even that same day, 2 hours later, you know if you proclaim election, you get to wait until 2 weeks, as we don't hear, before you proclaim the election. They go cook and fine. They go cook and fine. And then they will come proclaim their own election. We don't hear say, the person for election don't talk one thing. Atanganji, he don't talk a different thing about the elections. It happen, now people then. Not that the country there you want to be part of. Not the country that you want to be part of. So make we woke up, that country not get future, Amazonia. That country not get future. You don't sell them. Balok. That one, Nanyongo. We must waka, my people then. We must waka. Okay? We must waka. Not be an election that, not till people them. You hear me? So now the election don't reach. But the question I want to ask and say, now why? What be the think for carry out that elections? At the camp, big Tory day, my people, then hold on. I want to lay the groundwork for the Tory to go inside. What be why? Now here be the calculation. Bia thinks they say, once it rearrange the game, it put plenty money for down. All teen go waka fine. All teen by now, it thinks they say all teen now go the waka fine. Now, do you hear me? I salute. Ayok, Kosok, Richard, salute brother. La République, na ballot country. Na ballot country. Their calculations don't fail. So more reach for the real Tory now. The real Tory, the one we won. I want to send a direct message to all councillors, parliamentarians, senators, and the elites that the real Tory is. For my last video, I talked for 56 years now. The elites, now then they don't give legitimacy for occupation. Now the elites, they be the direct link between occupation and the occupied people. Hear me out. For 56 years. Now the elites, they don't be the direct link between the forces of occupation and the occupied people. So for 56 years, now the elites, they don't give power for La République. Now the elites, those people, the way that they call them, say elites, that they don't give power, legitimacy for occupation. So now, as we sent, the interim government sent a strong message for La République, said there should be no election whatsoever in the territory of Ambazonia. Because from October 1, we don't declare the restoration of our independence. The only thing we ask for now a conference for negotiation for peaceful separation. Now the only thing that we ask them, nothing else. So now the elections for our people then, we send message, say councillors, make una no go vote, because for una for go vote, for see say almost 100,000 people now, according to the estimates of what papa them, what mommy them, what brother them, what sister them. They don't drive them. First of all, now people in this way, they be independent, they be self-sufficient, and they be self-sustaining. They don't drive them. All these about 100,000 people now, they be beggars. They don't become beggars or refugees for Nigeria. Then, other thousands, they don't know, they didn't have enough of bush. And then now, if you, all this one, some of them, they are relatives then. Why you councillor, you go come out, you go sit down, you say you want to go vote for elections. Instead, for say no, you must call for that dialogue where you and don't call for. You must call for that dialogue where you don't call for. You must call for that dialogue where European Union don't call for. You must call for that dialogue where Commonwealth don't call for. You must call for that dialogue where even France don't call for. You must call for that dialogue where US don't call for. You, the councillor now, you go now, you go to say, oh, Pobia, no problem. I'll go vote for you just because they give you small money. Because they give you small money, you go take almost 8-point-something million people. The 6-point-something they did for ground, 0. And 2-point-something, including myself, who are there for outside. And enough, you come back, you'll be part of, you'll be like the person who sell Jesus. So now the councillors, they be Judah, we sell Jesus. The councillors then now, they don't sell we the people of Ambazonia. The councillors then now, the elites, the councillors, the parliamentarians, the senators, the elites. Not them, they don't sell the people of Ambazonia. They give Pobia the right. Make it kill we. Make it lock our people them. Make the rape our picking them. Make the rape our sister them. They kill our papa them. They kill our mommy them. They maim them. They send some for exile. So these councillors, these elites, these parliamentarians, these senators, Now them they sell we. So the interim government, it make them very clear, it say councillors, make una no vote. There should be no election in Amazonia. Some want them, where they put money, they put their position, they put their privileges, they put their relationship with Pobia, their relationship with CPDM, their relationship with SDF, they put them above the people of Amazonia. They come out, they go vote. Now they don't go vote. Election don't take place. What's next? Someone called me last night. He cried. Because he don't reach your neck. The money we don't go take him. Now need the fear. What go happen for your life? They never see nothing. The Ambazonian people, they go clean you up. Sama Bella. That's right. The Ambazonian people, what brother them, what sister them, when you don't make them, all them don't, La Republic military don't beat people them, drive people them, kill people them. They don't run go, they stand under for Bush, including that woman with a born Pekin for Bush today. You that councillor, you that parliamentarian, you that senator, you that elite. Now you be responsible for all these things. So the people of Amazonia, they go from now on, because you disobey their plead, their call, their request. They come for you, they beg you, they beg you, they beg you. Say, make you no go for, make you no go vote. You come out, go vote. You sell them like how they sell Jesus. So now, we go stand up. We the people of Amazonia, we the people of Southern Cameroon, will get for stand up now. For tell these elites, for tell these councillors them, say, you sell we for Pobia, but we no go. You know if you sell we. That time for slavery, it don't pass. We don't kill occupation. We don't kill fear. Right now, you be the enemy of the people. And the people not fit guarantee whether you go survive this revolution. The people not fit guarantee say you survive the next day. Because you intentionally, purposefully, deliberately, you decide for sell them. You decide for sell my future. You elite, you the councillor, you the parliamentarian, you decide for sell 8-point-something million people because of 250,000. Because of your connection with CPDM. Because of your Nyongo. So the 8-point-something million people, the 6-point-something million on ground zero, and the 2-point-something million of us outside, we are rising up to take over Amazonia. We must reclaim the land our forefathers handed to us. I will not live in exile the rest of my life. I'm not going to live for exile just because I stand up for speak the truth. Just because I stand up for defend human rights. Just because I stand up for defend the freedom of people, their rights, their dignity. Just because I stand up for it. I'm not going to live in exile. So I said no. Amazonia must be free. By all means, by any means necessary. Even if it means all we will do for diaspora. Even if it means say we'll get for go order for come on for another country, enter inside Amazonia for defend them, we shall do so. And all the councillors, all the parliamentarians, all the senators, all the elites, right now wanna be the enemy number one of the people. Just like Paul Biya declared, say our president Kwayo and the entire interim government, where they kidnap them, they be the public enemy. The councillors, the parliamentarians, the senators. Today, from now, after yesterday, when I disgrace when I sell we go stand up. We no agree make what it happen for slavery and slave trade. Make it happen for the people of Amazonia. Never. Never. We no agree 0.0000001% make it sell 8-point-something million people. Never. We go rise up. So, we not feel guarantee whether you survive this revolution. Either you repent join the revolution, or the tsunami of this revolution, it goes tsunami you. Just as the boys, the Red Dragons, they don't start for clean the house for Lebialem. That's what will happen all over Southern Cameroons. I got some better story I want to tell you. I'll tell you in connection to this. I will talk for someone very important in the Republic Society. And he got some big position. He work for that, one of our company them where they did for Ambazonia, for Southern Cameroons, when that company defeat the entire La Republique. Okay? And they give La Republique plenty money. He don't carry that company motto. He go do work because na big man no, na Ambazonia elite. So they give big motto. He get 4x4 truck. They don't carry that motto. They go from one town to the next. Unfortunately for you, the invisible forces, our self-defense boys, they step on the road, block the road, they point them that gun them. They come on inside bush, point them that gun them, stop outside. They tell them make all man show an ID card. The man can show an ID card. They say, big man, you sure say you, that man, Ambazonia, he come up for real. I don't want to call the place because obviously we will protect the person's identity for now. He come out inside Manu. Okay? Now all that he talk. He come out inside Manu. They say you come out from Manu, he say yes. They ask him say if he talk that language, he say yes. He speak one of the dialects for Manu, and one of Manu Amber forces be there for this group. That Manu Amber forces now turn for you. It's the ask say, I say a big man. You come out from Manu. With all what they happen for Manu, how you figure she don't for you? You drive the motor and then your heart still they find inside. The big man said, "Back, my brother. Now walk show me how you do. I don't know what for do again. I don't know we waiting for do. We not fit talk and you not fit come out. And you go in the inside. He tell you, say big man, I want to tell you something. If we see this motor again for road, we will burn this motor and we'll burn you and the 4 people that are inside this motor the next time. I want to advise you. Go. Not ever carry this motor, drive on for road. And if we see you again, you pass for this road, you go for that place for go walk. You know, go house again. You hear? So, now what they talk for these elites them. We're not going to survive this revolution. If we not join the revolution, we're not going to survive them. Because that time don't pass. So now the message this, I want me to pass them for these elites. We pass them for the councillors. If you go vote, start for go write your will. Or come out. If you save yourself, you come out, denounce CPDM, and openly join the revolution. And the only way that where you will be free. But you not go do them for the way Bandam and the CPDM elites, they do them. When they just say, oh, no. You go write an official letter you send out for the interim government. Officially. You will denounce the Republic and you join the Ambazonian people. That's the only way that you go survive. If not, sorry. All right. Number 3, the IG new responsibility to all self-defense groups. As would always think. As you do. Well, bro, I'll answer the question. I'll come back to you, Richard. As I always think, anytime when something they happen, as a leadership strategist, as a leadership coach, I always look at what's the big picture, what's the implication, why this thing that it happened, right? So as I see the video of the Red Dragons, and then I see the other video of the other group, and then I see the other video of the other group, and I see the other video of the other group, I ask myself, say, the interim government don't put on a self-defense council. Okay, that's great. Ambazonia Self-Defense Council, that's great. But right now, If I beg Mona, hear me out. If you do work for the interim government and you do listen to this, listen very carefully. If all these things that happen, and we not start right now, if we not start now, for do what they call and say pre-framing. That means say, if we not start now, for direct the behavior them, for set up our people them, for the role of leadership, because if you there for ground and you get gone, well, you get a lot of power. You there for ground, you get gone, you get a lot of power. So why these groups? They get some leaders and people that they lead them, some groups that don't come, where they not get that kind of structure, they don't get that kind of hierarchy where it bring order and discipline within their operations. So I can't think, say, if the interim government not start for pre-frame, the leadership role, how our boys they go behave after an operation, how our boys they get for carry themselves when they go for some village, when they go for some town, what's it go happen? So now I want to call the interim government, make the interim government a start for mold, for build these groups. Even if they never come, they never join the Ambazonia Self-Defense Council, make the interim government start for shape the behaviors of this group, because if not, at the one now, very soon, even while we're still there for this revolution, we'll go start get severe problems then. Because you get a lot of youth with a lot of energy, but without any order. Very dangerous. If so far, we don't get incident, but a leader must always preempt. A leader must be 2 steps ahead. A leader must think of the future, must think of consequences of things. So we got to start plan now. So what if my talk? The interim government got to come in now. Now, right now. For start for get in contact of these groups then. Start for direct build this group then. Because if not, our communities, rich people them, banks, business people them, stores, they're not going to be safe. They're not going to be safe. If not, very soon, we go start see a lot of break-in and entries. For rich people, the house, if you get store, if you get money, this thing they will start happen very soon. So that's why I the one call the interim government. Make it start now, as these boys them now, as what these groups that they come up for go defend our people, for fight la Republic aggression, for fight la Republic terrorism. The interim government get for start for guide them. It get for start for lead them. It get for start for mold them. It get for start for mold them like a professional army. They get for behave. There's certain expectations where these self-defense groups they must display them. Hear me out. Hear me out. If we not do them, if we wait until we get all the money for my trip to Boya, until we organize what we want to try to organize them, make it be so structured, make it be so orderly, by then some things that will not start happen where we not go like them. So the interim government, it got for start for pre-frame the behavior where we want to start seeing for ground even now. Hear me out. The behaviors where we want to start for seeing for ground now. During operations and immediately after operations and thereafter. Please pay attention to this. Very important. If we neglect this, now the responsibility for the interim government, as much as we guide what people them for waiting for doing, now the responsibility it is for these groups, even if these groups will not be part of the interim government. If the interim government say you be the interim government of the people of Southern Cameroons, then the interim government get full responsibilities also for these groups. Not be for waiting they do them, but for strive for mold them into the Ambazonian vision. Nigeria can say pre-framing. For try for set up future expectations of behavior. Pre-framing. We must pre-frame the behaviors. If we not do them, we will start to see fallouts. Please, very important. Next one. Citizens' patriotic responsibility to my trip to Boya. The most important thing I believe say all we do one, and all we don't agree, say my trip to Boya as AIP Sako, it don't the proclaim them, it don't the tell we, it don't the try for, it don't the explain them for we, and it don't the tell we why it be necessary. We all don't conclusively agree, say my trip to Boya. Now, an Ambazonian patriotic responsibility. Time don't reach. If most people there that go to school, they invest for school and they succeed. So make we collectively, make we invest. Make we make that contribution to my trip to Boya. Here is why. Yesterday afternoon, me with some of my friends, we drive. I leave Toronto and we cross go US. And I ask myself, say, why it be so easy for leave one country, drive with all the freedom we'll get them. You just drive about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Toronto to the border, and then you reach your border. If you don't sign a motor, you just show your passport. They ask you which side you go, you tell them. They tell you, say, have a safe trip. Why be so easy, and why be say, when you go home and you come out Bamenda and you go Uangomanfe, a journey of only 2 hours, you got to go through, right now, you got to go through 25 checkpoints. A 2-hour journey from Bamenda to Manfred now, this current situation, 25 checkpoints. Before all this problem one start, you be to go through only 10 checkpoints. We went through 10 checkpoints in 2 hours. So I say, the team where would fight them, the team where would really fight them for this Ambazonia, the future of Ambazonia, where would they fight for? Now for Semegwa people, they be free. If you get store, if you get store, you go buy a tin them from Kumba. You want carry and go for Manfe? You know we'll get no problem. You go just pass. Not be say checkpoint after checkpoint after checkpoint after checkpoint after checkpoint after checkpoint. Now what you need check them. The only thing way that they check them. Now for make sure say they take all our people their money, they can't go to the Republic. Now the occupation this. Now the occupation this. Now the occupation this. Now the occupation this. So wait till I try for talk. Say my trip to Boya, as much as it be important for say make we free Ambazonia, it equally be important for every Southern Cameroonian. Every Southern Cameroonian we there for diaspora. Because right now, if you there for diaspora, they born you for Southern Cameroon, it shows say your place of birth. You come up for a village, a town, a city for Southern Cameroon. Your name is Southern Cameroonian. And you come out diaspora. Sorry. If you dare for go Cameroon, if you not get wahala for inside airport, you go get wahala before you want reach home. Like what happened for Charles Ekerom. When I watch that video, I don't put them. So my trip to Boya, we must fund our freedom to Boya. For make sure say we all ambassadors and know they outside. Whether you believe for the revolution or you not believe for the revolution, whether you believe now for federalism, whether you support Napobia, it not matter anymore. If you be an Ambazonia, you can't go home. So Whether for your own sake, for your own freedom, for say make you go see your family. Your own freedom. So that you feel go see your family. So that when something happen for family, even if your big mommy die, your big papa die, your uncle, something happen for your family, you feel go home. You go be with your people them. Or maybe for Christmas time and you want to go home, you want to go be with your people them. So now the team that would talk say, they say, my trip to Boya must be funded. Amazonia. According to estimate, as they say, they almost with 2.2 million people outside. Think how small it be for fund $2 million. Even if we be there at 1 million. Even if we be there at 100,000 people. But now, fortunately, with 2 million people outside, as according to the estimates. Let me say, for fund my trip to Boya, not very easy thing. So as you listen right now, if you be an Ambazonian, if you come the born from Ambazonia, your mommy or your papa, or you get relative from Ambazonia. Even if you not get relative from Ambazonia, or your family don't come out, but if you ever think of going to Cameroon, even if all your family they stay for La Republique, you not go Cameroon. So that's why you must contribute to my trip to Boya, so that make we free our country, you too go Cameroon. But even more important to that, why were people get for continue for live for occupation? Why were people get for continue for go through what they continue? When the world they change so rapidly, so fast, when we see small country them like Rwanda, that they go through such remarkable transformations. Why? We owe our people them. We owe our people them. We owe them this freedom. We owe them this. We owe them a better life. We owe them a better opportunity. We owe them. We owe them. So all we not forget that freedom. We not forget that progress. We not forget that dignity. What people did, 100,000 people what they did in Nigeria, they don't come back. So even if you don't want to do them for any other reason, do them for the 100,000 people that they did in Nigeria. Even if you don't want to do them for any other reason, do them for Seseko. Do them so that we feel free Seseko. Even if you don't want to do them for any other reason, do them for Partasa. Even if you don't want to do them for any other reason, do them for Mancho BBC. Even if you don't want to do them for any other reason, do them for the one way they don't kill them. Make their lives not be in vain. Please. I know there's some time to be away. Even if you didn't have for diaspora, things they had. Even if it means I will work a few extra hours for make your contribution to my trip to Boya. It will be worth it. Be part of something bigger than yourself. Be part of something greater than yourself. Be part to create a new nation. Be part for something extraordinary. So make that contribution. It'd be very vital. It'd be much more important than any contribution where you go donate and where you go put them for church offering. Very important. Because even if without the freedom, we don't even get those churches again. So my brother and my sister them, I want to beg one. I know say things are tight sometimes, but make you dig your hand inside your pocket. Find that money, even if you didn't have for ground zero. Like, I want to really honor some brother. Some brother don't call me from ground zero. He say, bro, he say, look, I did do all things so that by the end of this March, I want to send equivalent to $100. Okay? Brother there for ground zero. He called me. He said, bro, I did do all things for save my money. When I hear this story, hear this story. He said, bro, I did do all things for save my money so that the end of this month, I want to say before April 1st, I want to go send $100 to the interim government for contribute for my own trip for Boya, to go Boya. Person, they ground zero. It be so committed. It be so inspired. It is saved small. So that the moment that money reach almost 100, I think about, is it about 100? I don't know how much be 100 euros for Cameroon money right now. But for make sure say it get that money, we go send that 100 euros. I mean $100 to the interim government for your own contribution. Look, now the Ambazonian spirit is. Now the Ambazonian spirit is. Now the spirit is my people them. So we owe ourselves for make sure say we, this generation, will finally take care of this occupation and will end this thing once and for all. We not leave this thing, make another generation continue with this problem. We not leave this thing, make this year pass. We not leave this to make this opportunity, this momentum, don't get so right up to this moment, make it pass. So old man, an old man of 86 years old, look, me and you, with the brains, with the intelligence, with the creativity, with the capacity, with the resources we'll get up, we will leave an old person like Paul Biya, it defeat all we, it play all we like game. Come on, my people. Let's make this contribution. Come on. Let's make this contribution and support this effort. Liberate our people and extricate ourselves from this French, stupid French system. Make us finally join with the communities of nations with dignity. We'll finally become part of the ECOWAS system. We leave this French people that make kill themselves over there for poverty. So right now, my trip to Boya, now I call that, I call these Amazonians, because there is something. If our people not be free, because without freedom, life no day. Una know so. Paul Biya don't take away our people's rights to life itself. Now they are gendarmes them, they are police them, they are army them now. Now they hold that life, the right to life certificate now. Now then they determine when our citizens, they feel live or they feel die. So, make us free our people then. Make us free our people then. Free our nation. And set up a government in Boya. So, my talk, I say, if you never make your contribution to my trip to Boya, please, today, tomorrow, maximum by the end of the month, go make that contribution. So that you will know, say, in the moment, that time where your country need you, that time where your people that need you, you stand up as a leader. You said, I will be there. You honored that call for contribute, for serve, for free our people. And then you will look back, how proud you be for say, you be part of this generation of people. Then. Now you go tell the story. Now you go tell this history. How we be doing. Now you go tell them. Now you go tell the story. So be part of it. All right? Last one. The Ambazonian dream. The Ambazonian dream, as any person who don't watch my videos, my concept where I model them after the American dream. One of the most beautiful civilizations in human history. And I talk, say, they say, the Ambazonian people then will fit also create the Ambazonian dream. Also talk the Ambazonian dream, right? Because people, the way they get big dreams, you see, say that they always want a better society, a progressive society, right? So if we start for teach, for say, they say, if we want this freedom, why we want this freedom? We want this freedom because it will help our people them for live, not only for freedom, for a free society, but they will get dignity. But we want make life be much more important than just a free people, right? So that's why we created the Ambazonian dreams. The Ambazonian dream. Now, how for use your freedom? Hear me out. The Ambazonian dream. Now, how to use your freedom for be all that God has created you to be. The Ambazonian dream. Now, how for you for evolve and become all that you have always wanted to be. Because Paul Biya denied all we the opportunity for be everything we've dreamed to be. Will not be fit for be. What papa will not be fit for be. Even if you be, you go only be in a waiting the one make you be. You go become very crooked. You become very wicked. You become very selfish. You become very greedy. You become a monster. So the purpose of freedom is for self-actualization. So the Ambazonian dream, now say, make we use the gift of freedom. Once we free our nation, forgive what picking them, forgive what people them. The ability for live, for dream dreams, and then live those dreams. For create that quality of life, for live that kind of environment, for create a culture, the best in Africa. A place where all people them, they feel live with peace, as we don't always be, but much more important, it could be in a very progressive, innovative, forward-thinking society. So that Pekin, where it want to be anything, if it go to school, if it be for that environment, where if it become that. Because for 56 years, Paul Biya shut down all our capacities. That's why all we will come out. So the Ambazonian dream, a concept for you, for make sure say once we get that freedom, your dreams and where Paul Biya don't deny you, where La Republic don't deny make you be. You fit build that business. You fit build that company. You fit be that engineer. You fit become that doctor. And then you live that life where you want to live. You fit become an engineer. You fit become a politician. A quality politician. A politician with a heart. A politician with integrity. That means if we set that system of government where for eternity, people they will look back. They go one model with the Ambazonian be because of the Ambazonian dreams. Because what is the purpose of freedom? If we not fit dream big dreams and create a better society, if we not fit create a quality of life for our people, then we if we honor God and we fit be all what God don't make we for be. So the Ambazonian dream, but we not fit achieve that Ambazonian dream. We not fit be those things. Those things will not fit happen if we not make the essential contribution into that freedom. So the basis of all that, it will start now for we for make that contribution. And that's why my trip to Boya, now the first step towards the Ambazonian dream. All right? I hope it makes sense. The new concept, I create them. So I still work on expanding the model and actually create a whole framework of this model called the Ambazonian dream. So now I stop here. I'll take some few questions. If you get a comment, you get a question, you get an opinion, please, let's have the conversation. Woo! I be telling I said Tori Day. Have any question for me? Any question, any comment? All right? I got any question? What you not think about all which I don't talk so far? What you think about which I don't talk? It makes sense. Anything here be very valuable. Anything there if you go when you live here, if you go share them with other people, please share your opinion, ask your question. You got any question? Anything that we think about before? Please. Shoo Eno. Beatrice Ndifo. Good evening. You guys have any question for me, please? Good evening, brother. When I didn't tell you. Nkinaga. That's, for those of you that don't know what that was, that's Boki. All right. You guys have any question for me, please? Any question? Good evening, brother Peter. My friend Peter. Want us to come up? Okay. Peter says, want us to come up with a blueprint to realize this dream. Peter, I'm working on the framework of the Ambazonian dream. The blueprint for the dream is already be Peter, the blueprint to achieve this dream is already being created by the interim government. Dr. Sako and his team of ex-military experts in the Department of Homeland Security, they've worked on whatever it would take for us to get to Boya. And so I'm not in the interim government. So I'm only talking about the things that I have an idea on, not anything. That's a question in which I think, please, you can send a message to Dr. Sako whenever he's live, but I don't think they'll give you any detail on that. But I am very convinced, I'm very confident that the Department of Homeland Security, all the experts in the Homeland Security, before they launch this campaign, they've already put in place a strategy about how to do that. All right, brother. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate it. Anytime. How do ways we can use to encourage other groups in the northern sector to follow the footsteps of AF Ntum? Look, the best way to follow these footsteps, that's right. Anderson said the blueprint was already laid out by Siseko. The best way for other groups in the northern or the southern zone to follow the footsteps is to do what Dr. Ayabacho has been calling for. Defend your block. Each community should rise up and defend its people. So that's the best way to do it. There is no mechanism about how to go about to do it. And that's what I call citizen responsibility. We, the citizen, as Dr. Cho has said, it's our responsibility to step up, defend our community, set up our block, and that's what he called it the block by block strategy. He said we will defend it block by block. So your community, you are the leader in that community. So any person there for that community, organize with ourselves, and then when I reach out to the interim government, when I said, hey, interim government, we don't organize ourselves. When I hear me out, organize yourselves, and then reach out. Find a way to reach out to the interim government. If you know if you reach out, send me a message on Facebook, or I will put up my WhatsApp number. I will find a way to reach out to them. Try for connect the link. Reach out to someone within the interim government or send them a message. And then I'll take one number. They call you back. Say, when we don't organize ourselves, we there with 20, we there with 30, we there with 5, we there with 15. We don't organize ourselves. Now wait till we need them this. Now we will be this. And then now wait till we need them this. And I think this will want one. When I reach out to the interim government. As we do these things, we do them very structurally like Ambazonians. As Dr. Sako talk. Do as a lone ranger, it'd be very dangerous for you, because if he easily be outnumbered by the overwhelming crazy La Republic people. But if we unite, if you call the interim government, if it help you set up yourself for that self-defense mechanism, yes, right, that's true, Anderson. We must defend ourselves, self-defense, and right. So, but maybe we do them for a structured way. Organize yourself. Reach out, and if you ask for the resources, the interim government did for support, that they function that for the Ambazonia Self-Defense Council. That they function that. Once you set up yourself as a group, identify yourself with the Ambazonia Self-Defense Council through the interim government, and they will support you. Make you defend your community, and you're right for do so. But you not try for do you one. Make sure say you get the backings of the interim government so that you get the resources. If you get the expertise, if you give you the training, if you help on with ideas, if you help on our guidance, so that if you take care of one, you need that, you need that backing, you need that structure. Now the China with the interim government they here for help. I hope so I don't answer that question. It seems everything on the ground zero are falling apart. Who is this? A.L. Blazo. No, nothing on ground zero is falling apart. Everything on ground zero, it's falling into place. This is something that I completely disagree. Everything on ground zero. Remember, we're in a revolution. Everything is falling into place. And that's why we are defeating the Republic. That's why they are trembling. That's why they are running out of money. That's why their troops, their military, they have no morals. That's why they are afraid. That's why they don't want to come to Amazonia. So everything is actually falling into place, shaping the way forward as the operation, my $2 million campaign kicks in, and then we'll get these talks out of La Republique. Yes, makes sense, bro. I want to talk these our fake elites. How we fit exactly give them changing lessons. D. Whaler. The forces of the revolution always take care of those type of people. I hope I answered that question with just that one sentence. Sure. Fun David. Appreciate it. I think the Francophones or Anglophones, we all need freedom. So we must focus on beer. J. Victor. Here is, I'm going to, by force, let's build together. Look, J. Victor. I personally don't know you, but I think we, as an activist, advocating for the freedom and the liberation of the people of Southern Cameroons, we gave, the people of Amazonia gave Paul Biya and the people of La Republique and La Republique government, we've given them enough chances to call for a national dialogue, to chart the way forward, for create a society where it's shared equality, a shared prosperity, a free society where we all can move forward. Not one part that contributes nothing to the national economy. It's benefiting from the resources that are coming from the other part. And the people from that part have nothing. 2, that there was no act of union between La Republique du Cameroon and Southern Cameroons. And our people said, let's come together, let's be honest about our history and to chart our way forward. So right now, the people of Amazonia are not against Francophones. We are not fighting against Francophones. We are not fighting against East Cameroon. Where the people of Amazonia, they're standing up for the restoration of their stolen independence. So the question that we should instead unite and fight against Biya, we are not fighting against Paul Biya. We are fighting for our own dignity. We're not fighting against Paul Biya. We're not fighting against the people of East Cameroon. So we are not in a place in which we are not fighting for a regime change. Let me be clear here. The people of Amazonia are not fighting for a regime change in Cameroon. So if you've ever had a mixed message, then I should be the first person to help you understand that we're not fighting for a regime change. What we are out for is to outrightly defend the restoration of our independence. So if the Francophones want a regime change, I think they have the right to do so. But the people of Amazonia are beyond standing up and fighting for a regime change. How can we identify groups by La Republique? Shares Balumsi. The interim government has expertise, they have the experts that will be able to do that very easily. It's not something you need to worry about. They will be able to identify which group it's La Republique infiltrated group, sponsored by La Republique, and which group it's an authentic Ambazonian self-defense group that is genuinely, willingly, patriotically standing up and fighting to defend the people of Amazonia and defend the restoration of our independence. One, Jesus will be serious in the national dialogue only after must win the election, a way of, look, whether Bia wants a national dialogue or not, we don't give a crap. Hear me out. We don't give a damn. The election that took place, that was a La République election. It wasn't an election for the people of Southern Cameroons. We don't give a damn about a national dialogue. The only thing we are focused on now, it's a negotiation for peaceful separation. So if they want to go do a talk about national dialogue, they should go do that as La République. Okay? We've gone past a point where they have to have a national dialogue. We've gone past the point. Right now, the people of Amazonia, restoration of independence has been declared. The only thing that matters to the people of Southern Cameroons right now, the only thing that matters to us, is to actualize the restoration of independence. So we are no longer interested about a national dialogue. When no one has acknowledged in all the speeches Paul Biya has made, if he's interested in a national dialogue, has he ever mentioned the fact that he has caused Southern Cameroonians to become refugees? Has even his Minister of Territorial Administration at Tanganji, Paul, the new one, has he ever mentioned anything about refugees? Have they mentioned the fact that they have citizens of Southern Cameroons, which they claim are citizens of Cameroons, our leaders, they kidnapped, illegally brought back into Cameroon. Until this moment, they've not let us know whether they are dead or alive. And you tell they are not interested in national dialogue. They are not interested in anything to talk about. They told you already. They denied it that anything to do with Southern Cameroons cannot be debated, cannot be talked, debated in their parliament, cannot be talked or debated in their Senate. They refused that. They said anything relating to Southern Cameroons, they will not talk about it. And that's why every time the Southern Cameroons, parliamentarians from Southern Cameroons, attempted in their parliament to bring that up. Just 2 weeks ago, you saw what happened when that parliamentarian stood up and to ask the Minister of Foreign Affairs very important questions. What did he say? Kavai Yege Jibril, the president of the National Assembly, what did he do? He shut him out and tell him, you can't have that conversation here. So every time our people, the representative, they stood up to want to bring this thing up, that it should be discussed in their parliament, they said no, because we are insignificant to them. And that's why we said enough, it's enough, and NCC could draw the line. He said, if that's the case, we're going to restore our independence, and as I don't talk, we don't waka. That's enough. I spoke with many of my friends. They want to support the self-defense groups, yes, with the little money they got, but they don't have a credit card or PayPal. How are they going to support? Because everyone is happy with the restoration forces. Gray Thompson. Most of these groups have, if they don't have a credit card, then they should go to their website. I'm sure they have a phone number. I also don't know how to reach them. To be honest with you, I don't know how to reach them because these groups, go to their website. All the self-defense groups, most of them have website. I'm sure there's a phone number there in which you can do what do they call it? That money, mobile money. I'm sure. Find a way. Keep asking. There's always a way somewhere. If I don't know, but it doesn't mean that someone else doesn't know. We need weapons. We need RPGs to enforce the only no-fly zones. We need Sting missile. How do we get to that point? Ahmed Mustafa. Leave that to the interim government. Do you agree with me that the only step towards bringing this war to Yaoundé will be, because that will be the way Bia will feel. AF Ntiom. We are not here, remember what I said, the people of Ambazonia are not fighting Paul Biya. They are not fighting people in French Cameroon. So we are not here to fight and carry the war from Ambazonia and bring it to East Cameroon. Sorry, we are not fighting the people of East Cameroon. So you will not see, that's not our aim, to fight the people of East Cameroon in order to get Biya to feel the pain and then respond. We are merely defending ourselves in our territory. That's all. We are working on restoring our independence. So the fact that we need to bring the war to East Cameroon in order to get Biya to respond, that's his problem. Whether he wants to respond or he doesn't want to respond, that's his fucking problem. The people of Ambazonia have made up their minds. And we're going to defend ourselves every inch, every step of the way. And every La Republic terrorist and the elite that wants to stand on the way of the people, then the revolution will sweep them over like a tsunami. That's all it is. That's right. So my fellow Ambazonians, I've answered all the questions that the people have put forth. Again, I want to thank una plenty. For me, it always been a privilege for can get this conversation with we all. Because as a citizen of the beautiful Southern Cameroons, I believe say a patriotic responsibility for me for stand up and defend my people. For me for stand up and fight for our people. Because if we will be free, the one who will not be free, our brother, our papa, them, our mommy, them, they'll not be free. Then we too will not be free. So the small freedom we'll get them, make we use them. We'll talk, we'll speak on behalf of the people that cannot speak for themselves. Defend the people that cannot defend themselves. And stand up and liberate our country. So me, just like you, which I want to end this talk with, I want to encourage all we, because right now, all we with the outside of Southern Cameroons. We not go back. So I want to encourage you, join the social activism for the liberation of Southern Cameroons. The more of we would speak out, the better. Because we feel carry the message to all parts of the globe. You feel rich people, the way me and not feel rich. You feel rich people, the way Sako not feel rich. You feel rich people, the way Mark Barrett not feel rich. You feel rich people, the way Tato Eric not feel rich them. You feel rich people, the way Ivo not feel rich them. You feel rich people, the way Kuku Bling not feel rich them. You feel rich people, the way Akosom not feel rich them. You feel rich people, the way Capo Daniel not feel rich them. You feel rich people, the way Tato Eric not feel rich them. You feel rich people, the way not only maybe not for place where you did now, you go be that voice. That voice of restoration. Now you go be that voice of hope. Now you go be that voice of truth for which it happened for Southern Cameroons. So join. Start speaking out for the people. No go hide for back. Please, come out. Start speak. We need to do this thing because we like them. We need to do them because now the only thing this will be doing right now. If we not speak out, we not speak up, then how the world government say this is something to go wrong for some place? Make we tell our story. If we not tell our story, some other person will tell our own story. The way we ego one made the world hear that story. And I think this way France and La Republic don't be good at doing. So make all we rise up, stand up, not only for advocate, but make we support all the groups, especially make we support the interim government and give support for the self-defense group them right now, where they do on their own, but they do a great job. If you support them, by all means support them. For right now, make our attention, make our focused on raising this $2 million, my trip to Boya. And the biggest thing is, if we accomplish this thing, and we work together, as Dr. Sako don't tell me, then in no time, as he don't sign a contract, a social contract, a covenant with the people of Ambazonia. Say once we raise the $2 million, it guarantee, say in less than a year, that means say, if we even go chop Christmas for Boya. That means say by Christmas, if we liberate Ambazonia, if we see our leaders, so that's the most important thing for doing. So I want to thank Una. I want to thank Una for our friendships. I want to thank Una for follow this video, for follow some of the work what they do. I want to thank Una for our support for our interim government. I want to thank Una for support, for trust, our leaders of the self-defense like Dr. Yabacho, Dr. Kwanga. I want to plead, make we leave all this talk for this one and this side. Make all we unite. Whether you support na Dr. Yabacho or Dr. Kwanga platform, make you know say you do support na the Ambazonian people. Or you support na the interim government, you do support na the Ambazonian people. Because at the end, all these leaders, they get one big interest for liberate Ambazonia. So we owe them the respect first, because these leaders, they put their lives on the line for all we. And secondly, that responsibility for fund the revolution, support the revolution, and then speak out. Okay? So I want to thank Una. If you get any message, if you get any question, if you want to reach out, at the top of this video, on the title of this video, I will put my WhatsApp number. And if you do for ground zero, you want to send any information, anything that happen, you want to send pictures, videos, you want to tell me what did happen, if you tell me, and we forward those informations to the right places immediately as they happen. Or we broadcast those informations to the world where we keep your identity protected. All right? I'll be Lucas Asu, your servant, your coach, your friend, and your brother. Have a good night.